that you want to see.
Welcome to Life by Design, our Be the Change series, The Power of One. Leadership guru John Maxwell has repeatedly said that everything in life rises and falls on leadership. If things are working well in a private or public life, you could trace it to good leadership. If things are working badly, public or private life, you could trace it to a problem with leadership. Professor Kwame Adjei is an erudite Ghanaian professor. Also have said that leadership is the cause of all development. All else is effect. Leadership is the cause. Everything else that follows is effect. So whether in public or private life, leadership makes a very significant difference. No wonder why if you are in a football team and if the entire team is doing very badly, the first person that goes is the coach. As we celebrate our 54th independence anniversary as a nation, Sierra Leone, we want to take time out to look at the fundamental characteristics that every good leader that the world has celebrated, that even their death, we cannot forget them. We want to look at 4 fundamental qualities that they've shared that is common amongst them. All this plus your Ebola updates on today's show. I'm Joe Abass, and this is Life by Design.
Be the change that you want to see.
Over the last couple of weeks in we Be the Change series, we've been on bring to you or talk about people them way, their effect in our society being so significant. So they're still alive and they still continue to make the difference. In today's show, we talk about somebody we don't talk about, write about, and practice leadership. His name is Modupeh Taylor Pearce Jr. He recently released a book with the title, How I Made It. Inside this book, he talks about 20 Sierra Leoneans and where he say don't make outstanding and sustained success we worth for celebrate na the country. For you who have not been on see this yet or not listen to this yet, take this.
Civil war, poverty, corruption, suffering, blood diamonds, tribalism, Ebola, nepotism. These are the words that are most often associated with Sierra Leone in the minds of people inside and outside of Sierra Leone when they think and talk about Sierra Leone. How I Made It is a book that highlights some of these people and chronicles their journey to how they became what they are today. It profiles 20 successful Sierra Leonean leaders from all walks of life and describes in their own words how they got to be where they are today. How I Made It proves that your success is only determined by you. You can be born in the village or the city. You can grow up rich or poor, be educated in the provinces or in Freetown, and success is still yours if you follow some basic principles. Pick up this book and put yourself on the road to real success.
Be the change that you want to see.
Modupeh, welcome to Life by Design.
Thank you, sir.
And the first time on Life by Design.
Yes, not my first time.
Now, why do you think you have the authority? What gives you the authority to talk to us about the topic of leadership? Where na the basis of this book where you write?
Well, Joe, the reason why I believe say I get the authority now because first of all I get the training, the academic and military training in leadership. I've been very fortunate and blessed for be the only Sierra Leonean we don't ever attend America and the world in top school of leadership where they call West Point or the United States.
Now you mean after you go West Point, no Sierra Leone never been on before and after?
Yes.
A scholarship you may say good.
Now scholarship from the American government.
Scholarship from the American government to Salon government.
Correct.
And I mean ask you a question, why join the army in the first place? Of all things to be dented and especially with dented and now that maybe not get much else for do that they may go to the army that why would you choose the army?
I always like discipline and military business. as a child. And
anybody been in a family when a soldier?
No, but my papa be the one the host like soldier.
No make you say that. We go make sure say you know hear this. We go make sure say your daddy know hear this.
So not to be too much of a sketch. And then also I've been grew up to me uncle and auntie now pluri stores, and my auntie in have been drill sergeant. We'll be awake every morning 5:30 for go get at the thing there for ready in shop. Then after that, then you go school. So I will not use that life of discipline and hard work.
So you go to West Point and did excellent the day. You come, but you encounter na the bush with RUF. Would I say change your life and how you look at leadership? We na in the preface na the book. Give me the 1 minute version, if you like, of that incident then.
You know, that day na day I'm not going to ever forget. 15th of January 1995. Me na being an officer, I've been there in charge of the area of Mashaka, from Mashaka to Bede Junction. And the rebel then come. We already say they don't attack one town. So we go there for go confront them, and we fall into ambush. When we fall into ambush, I've been get about 30 men there with me. I attempt for outflank them, which is basically for move a number of men there to a perpendicular movement in order for give them crisscrossing fields of fire.
And this is a complex side, don't talk so. And you've been explained to me just now, so that means say if you take fire front you so, you want for able to go almost at the side of the people them. So instead of them they shoot straight, una they attack them from two sides.
For confuse them.
For confuse them.
Unfortunately, in the process of doing that, they have been get for cross one dead zone, and during that 10 day, 2 bullets knocked me.
Whose part the bullet hit you?
Well, one knocked me on my hand, the other one knocked me on my hip.
And you drop?
I drop.
What do you remember again about that incident?
Honestly, when the incident happened, of course, that will be the first thing because I've been vexed. As a military officer, I not be feel say, I forget. I've been lieutenant.
Okay.
So, you know, I mean, not say I was hit. I mean, not say I was badly hit because I feel them. And I feel like a way they don't slap you, and then I begin to see, say, me one whole side of my body being bloody.
What's happening next? We make you be mentioned this inside the book and how it relates to leadership.
What's happening next been quite remarkable because during that 10 day, really the Salon Army not being very cohesive. We not been get a lot of discipline at the army, and the unity the unity within units them not being so good. So a lot of times, if officer been in a bush and they shoot them, sometimes half the time the officer young man and they shoot the officer, and then other time they where they shoot them, the man then just they run away. They left the officer there for let the rebel then finish them off.
Especially when you see being a story of the 10 way officer they not been treat them soldier then good, then they take money for go give them, then ration them, and they not they give them at all, then salary them, no they come. So you know, so when then soldier then boss for don't like so, then just they say well they deserve them, and either then shoot them for themselves or just left and they.
Yes, then they
and you thought your case was different. Tell me how you made them react.
Because one of the things that we me always do, and I will get more and more men there will be want for Kanami unit for one simple reason. I don't one day thief them, I don't one day take their ration. I always make sure say their salary, their ration, whatever the army give me say for them, I make sure say I give them completely.
How this changed the way they react to you?
When I've been there down, that's a day, are they far from the unit, but 3 of the soldiers there, they risk their lives for cross the dead zone, pick me up and get me out of there. They had no reason. Your life. They
had no reason. I wonder now. So you be, because you be sitting telling, almost you be waiting telling it. Compared to then you wait and that calculation they want for just do so just now.
I think me I be like 100 kilo, and then I be there 60 kilo or 70 kilo.
But they're still able to drag you.
They're still able to talk to me and drag me.
And how? Why does this have to appear in the book? What does that say of leadership? Where that lesson they help you a lot in your life?
The lesson will be the importance of good leadership, especially that aspect of leadership we will call integrity. Integrity and honesty. Because I be honest with my soldiers, because I make sure say that thing when I day on, I not thief them, I not take them. So they self been feel that allegiance to me.
Loyalty.
We then say even when they're in a situation where there's no law and order, there's no control, nobody not gonna know if they be left midday, nobody not gonna know the true story, they still say nothing. We're not the left offside because that man they always treat we properly and we will make sure say we'll pull up.
So let's come to the book now. You select 20 people and we profile inside this book. How you be able to get them people there? How you pick them? I've had several analyses of the book. I've looked at the 20 people in the book and people have analyzed them different way. Make I tell you the funny one. From the one they say there was some Creole and there was some provincials there. All kind of analysis. How you pick them 20 people here?
Well, if you look at the book, the subtitle of the book, the main title now How I Made It. The subtitle now Striking Sustainable Success in Sierra Leone. And that'll be one of the criteria. We'll be to look for people there we don't get sustainable success. By that to mean people there we not to just 1 year, 2 year, 5 year no more, they don't be successful. Because it's easy for get success 1 year no more. You can win lotto self, you get success. But we want for find people there we don't be successful in whatever na their profession or their field over a period of time. So we look, me and my co-author, Brian James, also we will get a third member of the panel, we now be the selection panel, we now me own papa, the canon doctor Modupeh Taylor Pearce. And so this third person with we all three, we get together and say, let we shortlist people there in a salon where we know say they be successful. And then from that shortlist day, we discuss, we talk back and forth until we agree on the 20 who we will choose. The only other thing we've been very deliberate for say we want for pick 10 women and 10 men. Because
that's not been deliberate.
That's not been deliberate.
But every other thing has not been deliberate.
Everything, nothing not been deliberate.
Now, what did you learn in this process? 20 different people, 20 different backgrounds, 20 different in terms of their families, in terms of their social standing. What thing now the costing thing, the things and way you learn inside them people answer their life?
It's been very interesting because really when we look at when we begin now, we not be know what we will learn because we just ask the people their question. Right. We say what make you successful, all that kind of thing. But what will be amazing is that even though we do every single interview separately, we not call them together, we ask them each separately. The thing that we learn is that now the same principles where they guide success, regardless of whether you na Creole or you na Limba or you na Mende, whether you grew up na Salon, you grew up na England,
so
whether you're a preacher, pastor, or whether you're a businessman.
Because you get different, as you get bishop, you get preacher, they still are the same principles.
And then principles there, they all talk say integrity, na be number one, or some man they call it honesty.
Right.
Then they all talk about vision, knowing who side you want for go. Understand say if you don't know who side you want go and drive towards that day, well then as the system now go control you.
Right.
Then they talk about courage, they get the courage for make the right decisions even when something it can look like say that decision they will cost you. And they talk about perseverance because they all don't go through hard time. They're all, and then talk about the fact that they not ever give up. They not ever lose sight of their vision. So really, when I look into there, I'll be amazed because I've been say sometimes it might be different, but all of them talk about the same kind of principles.
I like what you said just now. Them principles say that they don't work whether you're in Mende or Timini or local. They don't know tribe at all. They don't know color. They don't know country. And those principles work. So this is a nice place for me to take a break now, but it's wonderful and it's very interesting. The same principle, everybody can use them for succeed. Join us back.
Be the change that you want to see.
A Call to Business is delighted to introduce C2B Print and Publishing Limited, situated at 20 Old Railway Line, Brookfields. C2B Print and Publishing is an arm of a Call to Business group of companies with headquarters in London. At C2B Print and Publishing, we deliver the highest quality printing you can find at very competitive prices. Our staff and professional operators have a combined experience exceeding 15 years in the industry with local and international expertise. C2B Print and Publishing offers prompt services with a top-quality Heidelberg presses, which are of precision German engineering. Contact us now for your full color printing of magazines, posters and flyers, corporate identity stationery, brochures, annual reports, calendars, etc. Call us today on 030-999-911 or 088-999-933. C2B Print and Publishing. We meet all your printing needs with a touch of class and excellence.
I don't tell you. Mental. Now what's it? This is a bomba? No, this is big bass bomba. Not super bomba? No, this is big bass super bomba. Not atomic bomba? No, this is big bass atomic bomba. This not official. Go Sambo Bomba.
Yes, it's the AfriCell Kosomo Bomba Bundle. What are you wait for? Dial *929# and get the cheapest bundle na salon. With 1,000 euros, you go get 2 minute talk time, 10 SMS and 3 megabytes. With 2,000 euros, you will get 5 minute talk time, 20 SMS and 6 megabytes. With 4,000 euros, you will get 12 minute talk time, 35 SMS and 12 megabytes. And don't forget more and more day inside the AfriCell Kosomo Bomba Bundle. With AfriCell Unity Kosomo Bomba.
Be the change that you want to see.
Welcome back. Dupe, what would you consider, especially in a nation, Sierra Leone, where people have said we are a rich country, we get all the natural resources, but we still really not proud of ourselves as a nation, because whenever people they do rankings, we know they fare well inside the rankings, and whether like human development index, so where they look at people and literacy levels, we average expectancy life in the country, it's always doing bad, and it's been like that for quite a long time. What has leadership? Does leadership have anything to do with this, or does it not? Why do you think this is so?
Abass, leadership gets everything for do with this. You see, leadership, in any situation, leadership not the cause. Everything else we see not just the effect of leadership. If you get success, it's because you get good leadership. When you see failure, look to the leadership.
Now, all the case?
In every case.
From
you look from host to school
to business,
you they see them everywhere. And so when you look
so
at
you say leadership na cause?
Leadership na the cause, na the thing where they make the rest of the results that happen. So when you look like Salone, you see one of the challenges we'll get is that na Salone, a lot of we not the practice good leadership. We're not so good leaders. And in life, everybody na leader. Because you dey influence somebody, you dey start by you dey influence yourself. Just like how you can talk in your program, you can say your life by design. You dey influence yourself, then you can influence others. And that influence the nine leadership. Now you get a choice. Everybody gets a choice. You can either be good leader or you can be bad leader. But you don't get a choice as to whether you're a leader.
Everybody na leader.
Everybody na leader. You na a leader.
So they're either good or bad.
Some man they can say, hey, me not a leader. No, you na leader. The only question is whether you're a good leader or you're a bad leader. And
because you are influencing people. You say leadership is influence.
And you influence yourself first. And this is where the problem starts for us na Salone. Because when we dey look at we self and we see say we get all the natural resources, we get this, we get all that the way God give we. The problem what we get is that we self we dey influence we self towards bad. What do I mean? You look at now, you talk a lot to people there. You give somebody work or you give somebody money, say let do something for you. You want to invest in that person there for let do the work. We give any money, first thing we want do, they want chap you. So if I give 10,000
leadership for your life.
Good, because for be a good leader, you need them 40 the way them people they talk about that book. You need the integrity, you need the courage, you need the vision, you need the perseverance or the passion. Well, if you can forget all four, Well, if you not get the integrity, if you're not honest, if they can't trust you with small thing, they don't trust you with big thing. You see there one day, okay, see there with man and they come salon, whether na Adax or na then big company, then you see the one they say this na the MD. That MD they get right, he can sign check, the check can be almost million safe. Not to him money, now somebody else's money, but that person they don't entrust that money to that MD. They not going to entrust them to her if that MD they 10 years ago been thief $200 or 200,000. Now because they don't develop a lifetime of honesty where they know say this man, that money they not go fully high, he go do the right thing with him. He not go just take and begin put on in pocket. Now that's make. So when I can watch some tenant in a salon where they can say, well, outside you tie cow, now they get for eating grass, where this, where they give small money. The problem is that when you do that,
what's that the point of that statement? What's that the cow camera? Tell the tie cow that they eat. No,
because the implication is that any side where they put you for it day. But if not to you, Abbas, that thing will not to you. Where you eat and that's where you get.
How does really having vision affect good leadership?
Vision means that you know whose side you want for go. You see that this life is easy for no person when on no side they go. When you ask them, you say, so how they go, or what you want to do with yourself? Anything. They say, what you make you go school? Well, forget work. Who's kind work? Any work. That's not a vision. You get to know what you want for me. Who's you want for them in 5 years? Who's you want for them in 10 years? Because when you know who's you want for them in 5 years and 10 years, it affects how you they act today. Because if today me want for become an Olympic runner in 10 years, that means say I begin train today. That's why I always at 6 o'clock morning I been going on a bed. I say, well, let me relax. I remember I say, if I want for run now the next Olympics or that Olympics 10 years from now, let begin train today. It affect your behavior in which you do. It affect the choices we make. So vision very important. Integrity. Well, we don't talk about that because that is honesty. That is simple for understand, but ego that is hard for implement.
Why make it hard?
Because the temptation boku, we see money, you say when I'm for Japan.
So it's for blame, the temptation is for blame or now people for blame?
Now you say now the person himself. Because you see, when you begin for blame other man for your trouble, that means say you're not going to ever make progress because you know they take personal accountability for yourself. You get for no saying now you do am. Not to nobody take your hand pull bangana fire now. You take your hand now you go take that money there.
Let's move to the other one, courage. you go out for the right thing if you not get the courage. Tell us a bit about courage. How courage important in leadership?
Courage is the ability for press forward even when you are afraid for do the right thing. And that's very important for leadership because if you lead an organization, if you lead yourself for do the right thing, you sometimes a good day where you must get small bad consequences, especially in the short term. But in the long term, you will get the good reward.
You think it's an easy decision for take?
Oh, it's not easy at all. Abass,
but are you saying you're pushing people for taking that?
I push people because in the long run, now you profit. Let me give you an example. Okay, one of the people there in the Boko profile, now Mr. Lashite of grammar school. Boko people there in Sabibo grammar school. Today, all man wants to let go grammar school. 30, 40 years ago, you will get different schools the way they all been good. Today, question all day. My apologies to the Prince William said they are academic. But you know what?
I know take them.
I don't say yourself did it.
Take them. That part's the way of the issue. Take them.
But the reason why,
and really clearly, they were all tops.
They were all tops.
But yeah, you don't get any doubt say grammar school are the best. Yes. Now because they go private.
Not because they go private. They were already the best before they go private. If you ask the one there, because the issue is that Mr. Lashite gets the courage for make the tough decisions and for do the right thing. And as from then there, that lack of courage we will show as some of the other schools there. Now I make the school they don't want done today.
And focus and diligently work on it. Explain that again to be a bit more.
You see down there, Abass, down there. First of all, when you don't get the integrity, you get courage, you get your vision, you know who side you want to go, you walk towards them. That passion they now they make you walk towards them. That passion they now they give you the energy for grab the money and do what you need for do. But that passion they also now important because one thing where you go encounter, anything where you want to do, we worth doing. you dey come into obstacles. You must come into things that we go try for stop you or for make you not reach your objective. Well, guess what? When you get that kind of obstacle there, but come on there and say, well, let man blow, let man no, okay, this thing you look at, put your eye down, don't worry. Or the system too tranga. But the man or the woman we get passion, we get perseverance. It blow through the obstacle there, it tower, it go through and it will reach the other end successfully.
How can, put them 4 years together now, so how can those 4 things help change this country?
I go only start with one of them,
right?
Because we get forget all 4. But let's begin with the first one, the integrity. We all know, say, in this country, we get problem with corruption. We get massive problem. Boku money way for the go side for go, not the go. Money way not for the go some side, they go some side. So the money way we get, we already small, na problem. So if we get integrity, then the money go to go side supposed for go. And the people go to do the work what they're supposed for do. And you know what's interesting about that? When we get integrity, the economy go grow because people then go want to invest more in a salon because they know say, well, I can't invest in a salon. I'm not going to worry about the man where they can tip me money. So then more people go want to invest.
Police go there.
Police go down.
The system, the legal system, they for make sure you know get away with that.
So that integrity, they also cause let we economy not they grow, and that means say jobs not they come because if the people they not invest, you know they get jobs. The young people they not get work. They go to sit down. They say, hey, Team Tranga, what did they happen? Because at the end of the day, if we're not honest as a people, as a country, if we're not able to be trustworthy, nobody will trust you with their money.
Modupe, it's been a wonderful time for me to join me in our studio on Live by Design. Listen to the last time we go let for talk more about this book and possibly take the people and story one after the other and just dissect them.
Be the change that you want to see.
Well, you don't hear it for yourself. 4 characteristics: vision, integrity, passion, courage. If you don't get them, you're not going to ever be a good leader. And these are fundamental in every good leadership right across the world, whether in a black man or white man. So I hope you will pick up the book and help yourself with them. Now, let's look at we brief Ebola update for today. And today we only give you comparative figures between last month by this time and this month, where today na 22nd April. So March 22nd, by this time last month, March, now 165 new cases then will be not get all over this country. But today, when April 22nd, now 32 cases them we don't get at the country. If you subtract the case them between last month and this month, don't reduce by 133, it reduced by 81%. I mean 165 now don't go down to 32. This is big progress we are making. We want to urge everybody for fight on because we are almost at the end of winning this war. We want to hear from you. With Facebook page and even the entire social media has been the most active in the last 2-3 weeks than we've ever had. And we want to say thank you very much for continuing to interact with me and keep doing it and continue for doing. We also want to introduce to you we new show where we get in a radio, Moments with Joe. It is on air radio on 105.3 FM na Freetown, but he also then at all the air radio stations all over the country every Sunday 7 o'clock even time. Every Sunday, it's a must listen to. You can also go to our Facebook page and see a lot of information and it's very, very highly interactive. Now, go to Facebook and search for Life by Design. We did it. You can inbox with your private message. If you want to send me a text message or your WhatsApp message, the number is 030-600-600. We video them also there on YouTube. So go to YouTube and search for Life by Design and a lot of videos then they do for make sure say you don't miss anything when they happen on the show. Until next week, and on behalf of we sponsors AfriCell, A Call to Business, Ministry of Youth Affairs and the National Youth Commission, we want to wish every Sierra Leonean a happy 54th Independence Anniversary in advance. God bless you.